Well, that went wrong. Hello. Hello. I skipped ahead on the song when I pressed start, so I apologize. I'm going to start it again. Hey, Dan, what's up, man? How are you doing? What's going on, dude? What's going on? Good to see you. Also, Mazari and Manco. Yo, what's up, guys? How are we doing? What's up? How you guys doing? What's going on, boys? How is everyone doing today? I'm excited for today. We get to do number crunching. We're going to nerd out on guns. We're going to nerd out on weapons. That's the same thing. Well, it's not. Missiles. Stream on Twitch as well? Yes, I do. To be fair, Mazara, I primarily stream on Twitch. The YouTube thing's a new thing for me. And I still haven't had a proper chance to sort it all out, so... yeah, mainly Twitch, but also YouTube. However, at the moment, there's more of you on YouTube than there is on Twitch. So... it is what it is. Not too shabby deciding what Corvette to print. Ooh. To be fair, mate, if you're looking for a hunter ship, that Tachi, the single rail Tachi, does pretty well. So, cool, I'll switch to Twitch. Hey, you do whatever you want, man. There's more sort of interaction with the stream and stuff on Twitch, because you can play with the lights and channel points and stuff like that. So, yeah. Gonna have lunch while I watch. Ooh, what are you having? I've just had my dinner, and we had a, chicken and bacon pasta with white sauce. It was amazing. Very, very good. Where Twitch link? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Bam. That is Twitch link. There you go. It doesn't matter, if people are hanging out, people are hanging out, and that's all I can ask. That's all I can ask. So, let me, thank you very much, Jason Status. And let's get a Hot Pocket. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I heard it's a bit slow on the Wolverines race. Yes, it is. It's slow to... Well, it's not slow to turn, but it's slow to flip and burn. So it's not really an interceptor style ship. And I'm on Twitch. Hello, I'm on Twitch. I am Silver. Hello. How you doing, Mazway? What's going on? But yeah. Okay, so welcome, guys, back to the UAF, the United Aurora Federation. Obviously, we are doing a bit of a deep dive on the UAF at the moment. Shouldn't you have a Twitch link in the YouTube description? Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should. But should I have a YouTube link in the Twitch description? Who knows? I'm kind of just I kind of just wing it at the moment. But yeah, maybe I should put a Twitch link in the YouTube description. Yeah, for sure. But the idea is that I'd like to get YouTube and Twitch to a similar sort of position, right? A similar place. It would be good. So that both are kind of popping off. Woo! Steven, how you doing? What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, we are deep diving today. So, a little bit of information for those who've not watched me before. When I do deep dives like this and we look at the ships, the weapons, and the wings, I use console commands to bring in all the ships, all the weapons, all the hull mods, all the story points I need, and we will literally just sit and number crunch and theory craft different ships, different fleet setups and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm going for at the moment, or what we will be doing, right, for today. Yesterday was very lore heavy and having a look at the beginner game, the sort of starting game of the UAF. Today is going to be very sort of numbers heavy, figuring out fleets, figuring out setups, figuring out bits and bobs like that. I'll start with the frigates, I'll move into destroyers, I'll move into cruisers, and I'll move into capitals bit by bit. Obviously I've only got 3 hours, so it's a deep dive, but it's still a bit of a rush because I have some time, to do it. If it spills into tomorrow, that's fine. That is what it is. Normally then I would finish. However, I want to see more of the other factions in the UAF, and I want to see more about the Nuco robots, the cyber women. And I want to see more on... there's a third faction as well, if I remember. I can't remember what they were. But yeah, there was 3 factions of the UAF, if I remember correctly. So yeah, Automata Division, that's it. Thank you. So there's like the Automatas, there's the normal, I don't know what they're called, the normal UAF, and then there's one more as well. But again, I don't understand them properly yet, I'm still learning, so let's jump right into it, boys. Let's do this shit. So, first thing we're going to do, all hull mods. All hulls. We're going to do all weapons, all wings, and all commodities. Okay, so that's weapons, wings, ship, hull mods, and then we'll just do add story points, 100. Cool. November 1, that's a badger. November 1, yeah, they're the main guys, aren't they, that are based out of New Aurora, if I remember. Is that correct, or am I stupid? November Auxiliary. If I remember, aren't they based... Yeah, because there's Nova Drive Yards there. I'm sure they're based at New Aurora. Forgot the 3rd, yeah. 14th Battle Group equivalent, basically. Yeah, that makes sense. Yo, Crumbs, what's going on, man? How are we doing? How are we? I hope you're all doing well today, guys. I'm quite excited to get stuck in today, so we're just going to crack on. We're just going to go. So, first thing I need to do is open up storage. Here, we have every ship in the game available to us. Every ship in the game. Obviously, I only want to use ships that are actually available to get with the player, right? I don't want to get anything that we can't actually achieve, if that makes sense. Oh, that's the confectionery coins. That's where they are. Okay. I saw Solvi. Okay. Good. Yeah, let's just drop off our... Ooh. As if there was a whole ship there the entire time. Right, let's get rid of all this. And let's just get rid of all of that for now. Okay. So, obviously, we're going to check out the ship. So, could you guys tell me? I'll need to know now, so I'll need to pick on your guys' knowledge here a little bit. I need to know which ships are actually available to the player and which ones are not, if that's okay. So, first off, this thing. The Novaria. Is this available to the player? Can the player get this or not? Yes. Cool, we'll take that then. Next thing. The Solvernia. Now I know you can get this one. So I'm not particularly interested in civilian ships, but that doesn't look like a civilian ship. Cherry Vanguard is not available. 3 super caps are all obtainable. Okay. You get it from Alexandra. Okay, cool. Okay, so the Aurora Esvernia. Is that available? This one? That's from Favonia's Koi Shop. Okay, cool. Is it safe to say that pretty much everything is available? Is there any... In fact, I'll ask this question. Is there any cruisers, destroyers, or frigates that are unavailable? All of them are available. Then I might as well just do this. Bloody hell, there's a lot of ships. I've got my work cut out for me in this deep dive, boys, I'm telling you now. This is going to be a big ass deep dive. already have 31 ships in the fleet. I just picked up a Grendel for no reason. What is that? Slightly different colour. Oh my god. There is a lot of Auroran ships. Jesus Christ. That's a cargo section, okay. I'm not even at destroyers yet. Remind me not to actually move anywhere with this fleet. Instantly lose all supplies. Okay. We're basically just going to take everything that looks Auroran. And then we're going to put back stuff that I can't have or is civilian. The fuck? It's either regular market, Favonius coin shop, special character award, or from Nova Drive Yards. Okay. Cool. Jesus Christ. And that just never stops. There's just endlessly more ships. Here we are, we're at station pieces now. Okay. So we've got a few ships, to say the least. We're certainly not going to get through all of this today. So, have we got any duplicates here? Aurora, Lynx, Nakiha, Navayu, Pereira 2 SP, Pereira M. Ah, yeah, there's lots of different types of ship, isn't there? Nakiha M, Arama 2 SP. Yeah, there's like lots of different styles of the same frigate, isn't there? Rama 2, Nakiha, Novella, Nakiha 2 SP. Also, there's a variance. They're significantly different, not just skins. Yeah, that's what worries me, Crumbs. That's what worries me. Might have to just pop my fan on 2 seconds. Hopefully you guys can't hear this, but I am a little bit sweltering today. So, have I got any civilian ships here? Ships that are literally just haulers and freighters and nothing else? Yes, you do. Okay. Can you point them out when you see them? Research vessel. This is a weird one. Sign-out is salvage and survey built in on 1. %100% civilian. We're looking at combat. We're looking at combat. That doesn't have the civilian thing. Juliet is a freighter. Yeah, but it doesn't have the civilian tag, which is strange. Oh, that's what the M freighter stands for. Military. Okay. The Sign-out has the civilian hull. Yes, it does, yeah. Okay, so that's a thing. Right. Troop transport. Oh, I don't know. They're kind of interesting enough to check out. Maybe we look at the combat stuff today and the civilian stuff tomorrow. No, M stands for medium. Just saying, considering there's an S freighter and an L freighter. Oh, I didn't know that. A troop transport that has 2 support drones. I know, yeah. And we know what the fighters are like for the UAF. They're nuts. And the shield flux to damage ratio of this is actually one of the best I've seen for Aurora, for the UAF. It's also got Aurora and Royal November grade on it as well, whatever that is. Jesus. Right, put that away for now. Tanker, put that away for now. Custom cruiser, yeah, fine. Light cruiser, fine. Heavy cruiser, fine. Custom carrier, fine. Inazuma, fine. Tsunami MP. Shinoria. Seniraja. Inazuma. Heavy custom cruiser. That's a Grendel. How did he sneak in here? TLDR, there's 3 divisions to the UAF. The regular ships, the November fleet, and the Automata. Okay. Yo, dude, just what's up, man? Royal November, I would think, is a sub-faction. Yes, there are. Yeah, that is, yeah. November grade is basically the 14th battle group. Yeah, Manco said that on YouTube as well. Okay. Aviation cruiser. A converted cruiser. Bizarre is actually the oldest. He boasts one of the longest production runs. Okay, that's a combat ship. Eularia, MP. Sentry. Guys, this is going to take years. Tanker, put that away. Freighter, put that away. L Freighter, put that away. Oh, this is the AWACS. Yeah. Rolaru, Horizon 2. The Neosilif Romeo XL Freighter. ISO is technically a combat ship, just a backline one. Okay, cool. It can give a massive butter in battle. They're all very visually distinguishable. The November ships make use more of the blue design and blue lines and yada yada, while the Automata ships are much darker. They're meant to be Spec Ops division, pretty much. Ah, okay. That one is genuinely borderline a combat ship. Well, I think this still ties into like the tanker freighter class. So we'll wait on that and we'll have a look at those tomorrow. I think we might have to split this into 2, maybe 3 days of looking at these. Because my plan was to get the ships and then you use them all, like fit them all up to how we want to do them for like testing. But then also use them against fleets. Now, I'm not sure, which would you guys rather see, do you think? Do you want to do some like testing and adjusting on a few ships and then build a fleet out of it of 30 and then do some like fight versus threat and stuff, for example? Or shall I go through each ship individually and test versus like onslaughts and paragons and stuff like that? A little off topic, I'm honestly surprised how little traction your channel has compared to high quality your videos are. Thanks, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Is the Star Sector community so small? I imagine the Star Sector community is fairly small, yeah, because, I mean, if you go through a lot of different, like, Twitch streamers and stuff like that, Mazzy, like, you see a lot of different, like, a lot of the same names throughout each individual streamer, right? Yeah, exactly that. It's niche but dedicated. That's probably the best way to put it, actually, yeah. So, and yeah, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm really in this just because I love Star Sector. Right, if more people get on board over time, fantastic. If more people don't get on board over time, so what? You know, I've got a good job. I'm not doing this to make money. Like, if I do make money, brilliant. If I don't, great. I just enjoy Star Sector and making videos. It just allows me to sort of like exert my creative side a little bit. It gives me an outlet for that kind of thing. Since the majority of UAS weapons are either energy or just outright high damage, they perform very well generally. Well, main guns, at least, their missiles are pretty diverse. UAF heavily relies on ballistic and missiles. But I've seen that their missiles, like their super carriers and stuff like that with fighters would be nuts. Like, look what we got. That's a hybrid battlecruiser. Something has like 10 fighter bays, right? That's got 5 fighter bays. Captured Auroran tech. What does that mean? We'll have a look at that in a bit. God damn. Oh, these actually just have cores in them. The Black Sorceress class. Royal Fleet Supercarrier. 4 fighter bays. Okay, so this is technically a freighter, so I'm going to wait till tomorrow for that one. Okay. Right, so now we need... we definitely need... We don't need that, actually, but... I don't have enough... This wasn't enough crew. That is crazy that that wasn't enough crew. There we go. Okay. Right then. The Muparia. Ah, okay. The Constellera makes sense if you have the SBR mod since it's connected to them. Okay. Now we're looking at the special ships. So, well, we're gonna start lower. We're starting down here in this frigate stuff. So generally, what I want to do in my videos now is, because mods have such diverse ships and things like that, I would be there for 40 minutes just explaining, this is the Rolaru, this is the Rolaru 2, these are the differences, this is what it can do with the Rolaru 1, this is what the Rolaru 2 can do. So what I've decided to do, to obviously keep the videos down to like a length that respects your guys' time, is to essentially hit you with like, this is a small wolf pack, this is a medium gang, this is a large gang style fleet, you know, and kind of how I imagine the UAF would go. So what I want to do is, we're going to have a look at a couple of frigates. I'm going to pick a few frigates out of here, because there's no way in the time that I've got, right, I don't have enough time to pick every single frigate and fit every single one. So what I would like from you guys is, I need to know some standout frigates. Yeah? So I'm going to have some standouts here. So I want to make a wolf pack, essentially, of frigates and destroyers, let's say. So maybe like 2 or 3 destroyers and maybe like 6 to 8 frigates. Something that you would essentially see at the sort of start of the game to like the start mid game. Yo, Machine, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Nakihas, okay. I don't play around with frigates much, but the Nakihas and the Lynx are very standout frigates. Okay. So Nakihas and the Lynx, okay. Also, the Aurora MP is wonderful for the whole game. Okay. So, as not to get mixed in with these guys, what I'm going to do is I am just going to scuttle things that we don't want right now. So there's the Lynx. That's a freighter, so we'll keep that. Scuttle that, so Rama. The Nakiha, we'll keep that. Navayu. Lynx is an ace combat super fighter. It's only legally a okay. Navayu, should we... Is that not... That's not a standout, no? People are saying not a standout frigate, that one. The Navayu. Because I think in the video I'm gonna do a deep dive, obviously, but there's only so much of a deep dive I can do. Navayu is a missile Nakiha. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Remember to drink water, everyone. Yeah, drink your water, boys. Drink your water. I'll drink my Dr. Pepper. Less flexible than the Nakiha. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what then. We'll keep the links. We'll keep the Nakiha, and we'll, for now, we'll scrap the Novayu. But I will keep it. Elite Stealth Shuttle. Cool. Someone said about the Lavella. No, the Aurora. Okay. Nakihara again. Rama 2. Don't worry about that. Lavella. Not worried about that. Nakihara again. Ah, we're at destroyers. That was quick, actually. I expected this to be a lot more frigates. Okay, so where are we actually? Yeah, we are here, right? So what I'm going to do is this. Look at the supplies per day. Alright. So, how am I going to do this? I'll tell you what, actually. Empty all that shit. So, I probably want to keep a... Oh, that is fitted. Okay, cool. So, we're not worried about the tanker. We can scrap that. We're not worried about the tsunami. We can scrap that because we have another tsunami. We're not worried about the Inazuma because we have one of those. We'll have one of those. We'll have one of those. We'll keep a Nakiha there because we're going to have a wolf pack of probably a few Nakihas. And then Rama 2, you said, yeah? So yeah, let's check out add ship. Rama. Huh? Add ship. Rama. Oh, UAF. Rama. Corvette. Is that just the standard basic bitch Rama 1? Yeah. Specifically for flanking retreating ships. Ah, okay. UAF AI is the Rama 2. Okay. Add ship. UAF. AI Rama Corvette. Okay. Oh. 3 universals and a hybrid's pretty sweet though. Okay. Strip everything down. So, our little wolf pack then is gonna be... Let's see. What destroyers do you think? I quite like the one I was flying before. That's the Aurora, right? So, we're gonna have this one. We're gonna have... Nakiha, we're gonna have another Nakiha there, we're gonna have Nakiha 2, yeah, sure, all of them. The Lynx. And the Rama, there we go, so it's that lot. Okay. So, for now, we should be able to do this. Just to clear up the stash a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's a bit better. The Strathia destroyer, it's mainly a support missile destroyer. Okay, cool. Alright, so, yeah, we've got a Aurora, we've got a Nakiha, a couple of Nakihas. We've got a Lynx. We've got a Rama 2, and we've got the Nakiha there as well. Sweet. So let's take a Strathia. And I like the idea of a Marathia as well for the extra fighter bays. Because you can't, I'm kind of showcasing their missiles and fighters, right? It's kind of what I expect from them to be quite good. The Super Nakiha MP class destroyer leader. Decent speed, nice HE DPS. Okay, cool. Minori actually kind of works as mini carriers. Okay. Oh, they've got a built-in set of fighters though. Okay. Let's check out a Minori then. Okay, cool. Let's start. So this is. Oh, that's the strap here. Get up there. So let's start ourselves off with the Rama 2. So it's Aurora Automata spec. Pluck dissipation is increased, maneuverability is increased, sensor profile is reduced, and reduced armor rating and effectiveness. So armor is less useful. It looks like you're supposed to have a Nuco core in this. I don't know if you're supposed to or whether you can not have one, but a universal all-around turret. An automated ship, right. Automated ships run with Nucos. Alright, cool. So I should probably give myself some Nuco cores then. Well, when... It's difficult because I kind of want to, like... Well, no, I'm not going to say start, middle, end. I'm just going to do small, medium, and large fleet, I think. Like a small Wolfpack fleet, a medium fleet, and then a large fleet. So this will be sort of the destroyers and stuff, and we'll go up from there, I think. We have got so much to learn. So, we've got plasma jets, small hybrid, medium universal, 2 small universal. So it's probably going to be missiles, big gun, PD. They perform exceptionally better with them. Okay. Yo, game, what's up? Nothing is stopping you from shoving in normal AI cores, though. True. True. Maybe I should add some Nuco cores then. UAL. Add officer. Item. Oh, courtesan core. That's it, isn't it? Courtesan core. Princess core. Add item. UEF. Is it Crown Princess core after that? Is that how that hierarchy works? Okay, so I think I've got that right. Get some from the keycard shop as well. Yeah, I have seen that, yeah. I have seen that. So now that should... There we go. So it's... Okay, so they're in order of thing now. Okay. So let's do... Deployment point cost. God damn. Oh my god. We're gonna have to do like a deep dive into these as well, aren't we? Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. This is a lot more than I was expecting. This is one hell of an undertaking. So, how am I going to do this? Fully custom skill tree, so I'm very strong. Yeah. Make sure to read, they're a bit complex. Well, this is what I'm thinking. So, obviously we're going to have the standard... I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do the video. So it's going to be video intro, followed by lore introduction, followed by fleet compositions. So, what I think I'll do is I'll do fleet compositions of like the small, medium, and large sort of suggestions. So small, med, large suggestion. Then Nuco cores. And then we have to get into the unique cores that are built into the Black Sorceress and Novaria. Well, fuck. That you currently can't read due to technical limitations on Star Sector's side. Brilliant. So we'll go video intro, lore introduction, fleet composition, Nuco cores, and what's it called? Skill overview. Skills overview. Then we'll do lore outro, and then we'll do main outro. In fact, no, not lore outro. Second lore section. Okay. This might be like a longer video than usual. So yeah, I think I'll do that. So what we'll do today is I'll do the fleet compositions for today. Small, medium, and large. But we won't have any Nuco cores in whatsoever. We're not going to have any cores whatsoever. But then what I'll do is I'll do a specific deep dive into the Nuco cores, their skills, and how they work and how they modify the ships, I think. And then that way I can show a little bit of the difference between this is what it looks like normally, this is what it looks like with a Nuco core. If you ever get some, make sure to take a look at the Inazuma M. It's a very good brawler and one of the few good tanks that the UAF can field that isn't a capital. Okay. Lore is going to be complicated because there's a lot sprinkled through Mickey's art posts. It's also very incomplete. Yeah, so the thing is, the idea of it being incomplete is actually a benefit to me because it's a deep dive, but the reason I do these deep dives is because I want people to get into Star Sector and start checking out all these mods. And I know that UAF probably doesn't need it, you know, UAF's very popular. It's one of the best mods in the fucking, in the community, right? Realistically, this does nothing for the UAF, right? It doesn't change anything. But I want people to read, to learn this and look at it and go, do you know what? I want to know more, right? You only need the very general lore for the video. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to include, like, always like to include a few, like, secret-y bits and a few, like, nice hooks that people, like, can understand and want to look at, because that's how you get people into playing the mods and stuff like that. So, goes directly against the standard UAF doctrine and does it so incredibly well. Oh, okay, yeah, sound. Right, so, video introduction, lore introduction, fleet composition for small, medium, and large, Nuco cores and skills overview, second lore, main outro. That's how we're going to roll. So, we're going to go without these. Don't worry about those for now. So, let's do a little fleet put together here. So, what have we got with regards to the guns? So we've got the toners. Why don't we have all of the guns here? Oh, because we're in the wrong thing. Now we have all of the guns. So we don't want beams because we haven't got any beams. I don't think I can do it. In fact, can I do this? I can do this. Oh, yeah, baby. I can just type Aurora in there and it brings up the lot. Hell yeah. No imager links? No. Not. I actually can't even look at that because I'm in the UK and image is banned. And then there's a Nuco lore with a UAF nuclear apocalypse. Jesus Christ. Hello, Pepe. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. What's going on? UK moment. Yeah. Yeah, it feels bad, man. Feels bad. No, I generally stop people from posting links. The main reason why is because I'm a small streamer. You get a lot of people go like, buy viewers today. Here's a link. Buy viewers. Like, fuck off. But a lot of the time, my bot deals with that. So, okay, so this is a flanker, 7 points, plasma jets. That's pretty good. 0.5. Conveniently leaving out that Twitch actively hunts botted channels lately. No, I mean I have Firebot, so that's what I use for my stuff for, like, you know, Firebot, Nightbot, things like that to just clear up shit. Especially SP variant is very fast. 163. 1 second, must check. Oh. Oh. That's a speedy boy. Right, so. Meant the bot advertiser is a good way to get your Twitch channel banned. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, the thing is, you know, that literally they just get insta-banned. The message doesn't even come through anymore. As soon as they come into the channel, my bot's like, poof, bam. Gone. See you later. Anyway, so let's have a look at this then. So for this, I would have thought we probably want big missile. No. Missile, PD, big gun. Is that about right? And from what I've heard, basically, just use MIRVs. Vocal SRM is pretty good as well, from what I've heard. It zooms straight towards us. It's good if you keep them as harasser groups flanking retreating enemies. Okay. Okay, so how about this? Let's give ourselves something like a ballistic here. So we'll do... Where's the support stuff? Let's do a Medlav support in here. So it's got a nice range. Notice, by the way, how I've added the utilities mod in. So you guys can see now the range says 900 in green brackets, 945. Wait for the football on Thursday to go to the stadium. Nice. I must admit, I'm not a football follower, so I actually don't know what's happening with the football, if I'm honest. So I apologise, but yeah. Mini breath, yeah. So we are looking at the Aurora MIRV's pretty good. Scale very well, more you field. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going for, gamer, as well. I'm trying to field a lot of MIRVs. Let's go with... I think Amazok would be good here. And then some sort of point defense, Rainer 2 maybe. And then we can just basically pop that up. Now I've got 16 to play with, which is actually pretty significant. Let's drop ITU on this. We're on 1035 then. Do we really need that? I'm not sure we do. But oh well. We've got an Omni Shield, so that'll be fine for AI, just not for me. ECCM package, I think, is always necessary on the UAS ships by the look of it. Do I need any expanded mags? Yes. And I don't need expanded missile racks. So let's do 70 shield per second, 5,000 cap. I think we're okay there. Emergency automated assistance. So any ship with this hull mod will experience an increase in point defense trajectory, prediction, fire rate, and range where the ship's hull integrity falls below a certain threshold. That's not particularly useful for me then. Give it a vocal, it's actually decent as well as PD missiles because it's maneuverability and speed. Ivory's fine without expanded mags. Yeah, okay. Well, shall I go Ivory then, not Medlav? Or do you mean Medlav? I think the support version's fine. I'm really tempted to do this, but I don't think it needs it. Ivory and Medlav support variant has mags. Okay. Medlav, Ivory, same. Oh, I see. They're the same gun. One's just anti-shield, one's anti-armor. Right. Okay, I'm with you. The turret doesn't matter because this thing's fast as shit. Do I need stabilized shield here? Probably not. It might just be easier just to do this. Oh, I can't. That and armored weapon mounts? Or accelerated shields even? What's this? 7 points. It doesn't matter. Let's just deploy it against something. Yeah, that'll do. You set the CR up? Nope. Thank you. There we go. Oh, you are kidding me. Undo's not working. Fuck you. Ugh. Brainer. Amazox. Ivory. Ivory support, where are you? No. Medlav support, where are you? Max that, max that. What else did I put on? ITU. Box distributor, ECCM package. Stabilized shields. Okay, don't strip that, please. Okay, we'll try again. We'll try again. I could just do repair, yeah. Okay. Man, that's fast. And the thing is, the range is pretty good. Oh, it's not guided. Amazoks aren't guided, apparently. God, this is fast. Oh, but if they hit... Amazoks are torpedoes. Have I just put the wrong thing in them? Did I not have those before? Oh, no, I did. Because they say MERVs. Right, okay. Let's go with vocals, then. It definitely doesn't need torpedoes on this thing, for sure. Yeah, that's better. Look at the pressure that adds. Maybe I don't need ITU. Maybe I should use it for something else. I'm going to crash out this fuck-ass game. Is this Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, Darkest Dungeon's hard as nails, dude. Are you playing on like what's it called? Is it Blood Moon it's called or something like that on hardest difficulty? My leopard just refused to get healed. Oh, typical. Just bin him off. That sends out a torpedoes but very weird. They have a staged warhead that sends out a spread of sub-projectiles and a high damage kinetic warhead. Requires a bit of range to activate second stage. Ah, okay. Oh no, I'm noob. Fair enough. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon's hard, mate. So I can see this being a pretty good little support frigate, actually. It adds a little bit of anti-shield. It's got the vocals for anti-armor and, you know, adds a lot of pressure. It's got a little bit of point defense to look after itself. I'm happy. Naki Heart 1, the basic bitch. So this is where we put the CIWS last time, right? So which CIWS should we use? Oh, it's only that one, it's the CIWS. I can't say that every time. I'm just going to say Seawiz, guys. Trier. No, Triers was... That was the one, wasn't it? The Trier. So what's the difference between the Trier and the Aneria? Trier, yeah, okay. Launches 2 chorus missiles for every 8 seconds. The sub-missiles will not launch when the ship is on hold fire. Okay. Fragmentation. Energy. Okay. Star sector check. Fancy check and waifu check. Well, we've got all those here, sir. And he fucking died. I shouldn't laugh, Mazurai, but yeah, sorry, dude. That's just Darkest Dungeon for you, man. That's rough. I understand the pain. I really do. Energy versus frag. Area fires and bursts and has more MP. In my opinion, it's the worst variant. Rapid rate of fire, suitably on strike craft and missiles. In addition, hits on hollow armor have a 20%. Yeah. Extra damage equal to the hit. Okay. Nah, you can't ignore the DPS difference though, can you? When it comes to fighters, there's such small HP windows that even that, what is it, 50? No, 80 DPS difference probably makes up for the fact that 25% is hitting shields and armor. I prefer the Aneria since it EMPs. Interesting. Okay. So for the Nukiha, let's just do a Trier for now. Apparently both of them launch chorus missiles, look. Aneria launches 2 chorus missiles for every 8 seconds. And same with the Trier. To be fair, UAF fighters are pretty beefy. Okay. I think we went with clarinets before with this. So we're going to go a couple of clarinets there. What are we going to do here? Rainers again? No, we don't need Rainers there, do we? Maybe just the toner railguns? Toner railgun, couple of Rainers or something? In fact... oh, it doesn't cover its engines, but it can still turn fast as fuck, so I'm not sure that's a problem. Edge capacitors. Extensive refits to this ship's internals were done to replace all capacitors with an Aurora Edge type capacitors, radically affecting the ship's performance as it gets hotter. Increases max top speed, increases weapon and engine repair speed, reduces maximum peak performance, decreases hull, increases shield damage taken, increases EMP damage taken, weapon range past 550 units is reduced by a factor of 66%. So that's safety overrides, but yeah. While above 50% flux, up to 9% flux, the ship's vents gain up to 2 times effectiveness, designed to help compensate for the extra heat. Rerouted energies also get diverted to the engines, giving up the 50 SU of speed. Edge flux flows through energy hybrid and synergy weapon mounts, increasing charging speeds and feeding mechanisms, granting up to 30% rate of fire, incompatible with safety overrides, capital ships and civilian ships. Okay. Okay. Without losing vents, yeah. Is there any more Auroran tech that built in only? Okay, so the rest is like fighters and capitals. Got it. Okay, so straight away, Seawiz, let's do ITU. Do we then do... where is it? Oh. I thought that must be a modded thing then, the PD Assault. It's a very weird flavour of safety overrides, so the AI can't handle it. I dislike SO in general, so I can't say much more about it. I love safety overrides. It's because I like the Eradicator too much. The Eradicator is just an awesome ship. ECCM package as per. We might as well grab 5 of them and 5 of them. 9165. Okay, so this is a 5 as well. So it's got flares, alright. I can't remember. Clarinets are anti-armor, aren't they? Oh, I'm fucking fluxed out immediately. Holy shit. Oh, you bastard. They last quite a while. Stop it, little drone. Stop right there, criminal scum. Now you're mine. Fire the missiles! Ah, you bitch. So I will eventually win. But yeah, Nakihara isn't particularly impressive. Okay. Base knockout isn't particularly impressive yet, there you go. I go as far as to say the UAF in general doesn't do too hot with SO in general. They don't really have high DPS options, rely a lot on range for survivability. Yeah, I am noticing that so far, like from the very few ships that I've seen. My Halo just passed 4 turns in a row, I'm about to rest in peace. Rest in peace. Those Mervs are great at baiting point defense. The more you have, the more oppressive they become. It's a bit like Pelham stacking, which I do love. I love Pelham stacking. It's one of my favourite fucking things. For point defense, machine guns or APS pods on its side works well enough. Vice 1 if you want it more spicy. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily need APS pods, because they're just adding extra flux. Not much though, mind. But still, like, I think this would still do its job, right? It's still got a, what, 690 range. So, that doesn't really make much difference. 805. 105 range is pretty different though. APS pods are great because it's high burst damage. Okay. So do you think I should drop the ITU then and drop 100 range on the railgun and put a couple of APS pods on? Or should I leave the railgun on the Nakihara? The Aurorans have a kinetic machine gun that doesn't suck at PD duties. It's all a great all-rounder PD shield DPS option for frigates. Okay. Keep the ITU, just replace the Trier. Sorry, oh, wow, sorry, man, I didn't see your messages, they've just popped up. Pretty sure your PD did more damage than your main gun. Rainer 2 have 250 kinetic DPS. An area is slightly better versus fighter. Full Rainer 2s and Typhoons, toner main turret, Rainers on the rest. Secondary focus is bugged. Just gives 20% fire rate buff unconditionally. Swap the Seawers for toner 2s. Okay. I need... But that's got to go. And then what? Do a couple of APS pods here or something? Or Rainers? Nah, we can't do Rainers. Even if I was to be able to do that, look, it would absolutely overflux so fast. Maybe I just sit with the 1,000 range on the toner. Just always Rainers. Well, if I was to do Rainers, I'd probably do more like this. Ivory Medlav supports make great main guns for Nakihas. But, I'll tell you what. Let's just try it. I'm going to let the AI deal with this one. They obviously won't be firing that much in this fight. So I'm not that fast. Get him, AI. Should I keep with clarinets, or should I change the Mervs out for something less ordnance point cost? The clarinets seem to be doing pretty well, I'm not going to lie. They don't melt the flux core too bad, have solid damage range and projectile speed. Ivory Medlav. Typhoons, okay. Well, let's have a look then, actually. So let's try and change this to a Medlav support. That drops this down slightly. Let's try changing this to Typhoon. Unguided torpedo. I don't think Typhoons for this would be the right call. Unguided at range? Nah. Exoscars? Maybe. Maybe Exoscar Mervs? Typhoons are pretty spicy, too bad they don't come on a medium rack. But I feel like a Typhoon, you want to be closer, right? Clarinets are fine, but you can use vocals if you intend to go for closer ranges. No, because this is going to be a support. It's just going to sit at the back and do damage. Maybe clarinets are the call here. And they do pretty nice damage versus shields, if I'm honest. Okay, hold on. I think we just do that. Get that is a nice little buff there. Typhoon is better on the variant Nakihas, as those have a movement system to close the range and launch. 5k damage is like, yeah, it's shitloads. It's got a decent amount of shield pressure. Yeah. I actually don't mind that, that's quite nice. You can probably replace the two Rainer 2s with two 12.7s and instead put the Rainer 2 in that front small mount. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's try this for now. We'll try this for now. Right, this thing looks mental. Okay, there's a lot more stuff here. Sakura, so we're going to take a look at the links. We've got a Nakiha, we've got a Rama. Let's take a look at the links. Oh boy, the links. Oh boy. So we've got a decorative already built in. Decorative built in there. Sakura, ASM, MLRS there. Warhead type kinetic. Oh, that's cool. I fucking won. Let's go, Mazza. Let's go. Arguably, the matchup is pretty bad for Nakahara, as the brawler can control the engagement completely with maneuvering jets. Yes, true. The Toner 4XL608. Wow, an anti-capital railgun. So it's basically an A10 Warthog. You can swap around the main gun. Oh. Anti-capitalist railgun. Sometimes that's just what you need. Missile and big gun damage soak can be changed for hard mod. Main weapon to Garuda, energy missiles. More PW Mark 1 from Project Windman. Mini brevs on the wings. I don't know about ballistics, whatever, I guess. Fair enough. So you're thinking that we go for missile and big gun damage can be changed for hard mod. Main weapon to Garuda, you reckon? So we definitely need to up the flux of all the capacitors of this ship to pretty much maximum. Peninsula usually better. Again, I think there's a lot of opinion base here. Hidden missiles. Mini brevs on the wings, you reckon? Oh wow, it has the half points thing. That's so sick. Mini brev launchers on the wings. Hell yeah. Whatever in there. Garuda can work with disabling the weapons. Peninsula can also work as the DPS. Toner just nokes it using misses. This one gets real close. That's not a great idea when you're firing nuclear bombs at people. Especially space nukes. We probably want some anti-shield here. Unless the Garuda slaps. Garuda slaps. Also has a fighter base, so remember to fill that, yeah. It's fine, nuclear weapons don't have the huge AoE in a vacuum. Oh, that's fine then. Maybe we just go with 2 Rainers here. Okay. PW Mark 1, I don't know what that is. I feel like having a larger wing of stuff would be nice here. Rainer 2 is on the link, sounds dope. So, hey, I did something right, let's go! Okay, we're already an hour and 15 in and we've done 3 ships, by the way. I just want to point that out, and there's 70 ships to look at. Okay. For the funny. That's the best. The best thing about it is the funny. Torpedo gunship, Maneskar M, Hyacinth M super heavy bomber, Neoscar M assault gunship. What would work well here with this? I kind of want something fast, right? $300 on the bombers, holy shit. Maybe heavy fighter full-ons would be good. Shield and armor. Filters you're missing things. I've got Aurora on. It should be showing me all Aurora stuff. What am I missing? Oh, it's only showing me the first word, so I'm not getting advanced Auroran tech. Oh, I am. It's categorized it, look. Ah, Maneskar 2 NSP nuclear bomber. Is that what I'm after? Should I do one of them? Yep. The Maneskar and Hyacinth nukes are really funny. Then vents. Do I need any of this Auroran tech stuff? No. Okay. Not recommended here as it will cripple your replacement rate on loss. They need other fighters and bombers to cover. Okay, well we're only gonna have a quick look at it. This is supposed to be used in a fleet, so that's fine. I'll be going now. No worries, Masarai. I hope the darkest dungeon hasn't scarred you for life. But yeah, I'll catch you in a bit, dude. Thank you very much for popping in. Friend asked for a match. That way. Go and fucking trash him. Where is recovery shells? And why can't I put it on? Okay. 1 point. Screw you. I won that fight. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah. Nagas, if you're being serious. Well, let's try this. And then I'm guessing the Naga is another fighter. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I want to try this just to see. I need to know. Darkest dungeon happy. Bye-bye, Mr. Streamer. Bye-bye, Masarai. Catch you in a bit. That actually rhymes. Holy shit. Bye-bye, Masarai. Make a song out of that. Naga and Veronica has EMP. Okay. Cool. Alright, well, let's check out the nuclear bomber first, because that's silly. How does that work? How was that in my hangar? Don't ask how it fits. Yeah, I won't ask. I won't ask. Oh, you're so fucked now, son. Nuclear bomb. The fuck? Melody frequency overcharge. What's that? Okay. Let's send in the fighter. Okay. You up the poot? What? What? Also remember you're a fighter, so you can go over ships. Wait, what? The Lynx is a fighter? Right, hold on. Let's see this in action, like, with the AI knowing what to do. It's legally a frigate, yeah, got it. I mean, it is the size of a fighter, so... It only gets strike craft with armor, armatura. Ah, right. It's where the bomber is only if you have armor A. This ain't a great matchup. No, I know. I put it against something because I know it's a ridiculous ship, right? There we go. Actually shat on an eagle then. Okay, well, we'll keep that in there. Let's actually try, though, with Veronica's. Is it Veronica or... Nagas, that's it. Nagas and Veronicas are both good, okay. So I've got a 3-pointer I can play with here. We have a full bubble. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's try something a little bit less ridiculous. I prefer the advanced gunship. Okay. Well, we'll try Nagas for now. We've got to try it all anyway, boys. I like the disabling, though. Disabling's always nice. One of the best things a wolf pack can do is disable. Get him, boys! Fire those nukes. He didn't fire the nukes. Pussy. A lot of cool shit happened then. I like the Garuda. The Garuda's cool. Do you have the special elite / ace wings? I will have everything. I will have everything at the moment. Okay, so that was pretty good. Let's try out the Veronica. And see how we get on with this against the same ship. The Veronica seems like it's a much better enabler for this ship. Yeah, that was like, that was massively different. Oh, came back to my favourite ship in UAS. That's right again. Given that thing the slippery metal that increases time flow by 100% makes that ship solo entire fleets before its CR runs out. I'm not surprised by that, actually. Hyper Aria Nekion mix. These. I forgot the Naga got nerfed. Back then they had a shielded variant. Okay, cool. The mixed ones have the Mervs. Is this not this one? Maybe I don't have those then. They're still pretty oppressive. Okay, that didn't last long, did it? Nikonian Mix FE Ace Attacker. Let's try those. No, he's over here. Maybe we need to put hardened shields on this thing. Just give it a bit more time in the, like, actually engaged. It hasn't liked those as much. Sometimes it just shoots a shot to know. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that. So, actually, the best thing so far that we've really found is probably the Nagas or the Arias. The Hyper Aria. And I think I like the idea on this ship of having the Naga dropping in hardened shields. And then we've got basically our all-rounder. Because the amount of pressure that's added with the Nagas, and I think having 3 fighters with this ship is just nice for its survivability, because it adds a little bit of extra pressure from 3 fighters instead of just 2 or 1. The Nagas seem pretty survivable as well in comparison to some, and they seem to add a decent chunk of pressure, and they do a lot of disabling, which is even better. Now imagine a Nuco core. Yeah. We'll be looking at Nuco cores tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday, sorry. Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Veronica. Yeah, I was thinking this is bad. I was like, I don't remember it being this bad. Yeah, it was this. Veronica Advanced Attacker. That's better, right. So everything I said was wrong. These are more survivable, but there's only 2 of them. Yeah, this is them, isn't it? Much faster. It's as if you got 2 more Lynxes with you. Blast him. Nope. Could have blasted him, decided not to. That'll teach him. Get in there, nuclear bomb. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, I think that's the choice. Veronicas. Yeah, set of Veronicas, 2 mini brevs, the basic built-in stuff with the Garuda choice, and then 2 Rainers. I mean, could probably do with stabilized shields to be honest, but I'm not that fussed by that. Bring that to 75. Hold on, so that brings that to 309, 314, 414. That was 75 though. That would just bring that to 9, 314. Oh, I don't know. Drop frontals stabilized. Yeah, honestly. Honestly, that seems like the play. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Remove Flix Distributor. Yeah, we probably can now, can't we? And just bang that into those. I think that's better. Okay. Let's move on to our first variant. No, it's not our first variant. It's our second variant. That's what I meant. The Nakiha 2 SP Custom Elite Frigate Leader. Also, we've already figured this out, so I'm just going to go like this for now and then do this as well. The Nakiha SP. Edge Type 2 on main turret, do you think? What's the edge? Oh, okay. Suitable against armored targets and exposed hull. Due to its negative recoil, its accuracy increases the longer it fires. It deals increased damage while generating less flux if the ship exceeds 50% of its flux capacity. That's a cool mechanic. No, we're not edging, machine. We're using the edge, alright? Come on. Mind out of the gutter. Come on. That was funny, though. Edge Type 2 on main turret. Typhoons on the side. Shield piercing EMP. Each gun from Edge series is equipped with an experimental mechanism that allows them to convert the heat generated by the ship's reactor into flux-infused rounds, dealing a higher amount of disruptive damage while also helping with flux ventilation, granted it's being used under the right circumstances. Where does it say it pierces shields? Oh, I see. It just does 100% damage versus shields. Okay. Say less. In my opinion, the energy railgun is better. AI can't make much use of the edge mechanic. It performs better if you... Yeah. Edge is good for player control, but for AI control, I think the Katon is better. And that's the railgun. Okay. Well, we'll test both. We'll try both. And then you were saying Typhoons on the sides. The AI I was using was turbo aggressive, just refused to disengage. Okay. AI is usually afraid of going over flux. I suppose if you've got a reckless captain, though, it makes a bit of a difference, right? The reason I installed AI tweaks, fair enough. Katon isn't groundbreaking, but it's good consistent pressure at range that mixes with good with kinetic machine guns and missiles. Okay, so what should I be doing here with this, do you think? So we've got 412 to play with here. Again, that's good. Now, do we just do 2 Rainers here and just be done with it? More edge. Just shitloads of edge. Nah. Nah. That's so much flux. Look at that. Even that is taking the piss a little bit. Maybe if we popped in Flux Distributor here and max this. Note that the edge weapons use less flux when above 50%. Yeah, I know. How much was it again? It says while generating less flux. How much less are we talking, though? Because if it's like 10% less flux capacity, or used, meh. It's a lot less. Alright, let's test it then. Let's test it. Let's just do edge type 1s fucking everywhere. 1 point. Screw you. I hate it when there's 1 point left. It makes me so sad. Advanced turret gyros is always the way. Yeah. Okay. Fine, another. Please. Nope. Edge, 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 edge. Typhoon. And then, what was it? ITU. Max 2 off that. It was armored weapon, but no, it was advanced turret gyros and something else. Bro moment. Yeah, you're not wrong. It makes me so... I don't think I can describe the fury that I feel when that happens, by the way. I don't think I can describe to you how much it just boils my fucking blood when that happens. Okay, so this is a 7-point frigate. Let's put this up against the Hammerhead. And we're just going to see what happens. Yeah, I see what you mean. The AI is instantly like, nope. Extended shields is necessary, really. Yeah. Maybe ICU's not the play here then. Edge that one's pretty garbage. Edge 2 and 3 are the way to go. Okay. So I want... The Clements can just fire. I'll just do the Typhoons. Royal Maneuvering Jets. How royal are we talking? Pretty frickin' royal. My guns just aren't firing. Gotta be right in close. Okay. Yeah, I can't touch him at this point. Oh, the fucking Typhoon missed him by a fucking gnat's cock. If only I had some more fucking Typhoons. We got him, boys. We got him, boys. We got him. We got him, boys. Let's fucking go. That was a lot worse than I remember, yeah. Well, I've not S-modded anything. There's no nuco cores or anything in these yet, so... And I was also terrible with the Typhoons, so... I could probably do that a lot better now. I basically avoid presence strip. I've read that. By a gnat's cock. But have you not heard the saying, by a gnat's cock, before? By virtue of MP, airstrike weapons can cripple when... Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was good in the end. It was just difficult to get to that stage. Because you need to sort of, like, you kind of need to avoid the damage from a heavy hitting ship, right? But you also need to just get in. You need to just get in and go. So yeah, it's kind of annoying because I need to get in, I need to go. He's got PD so he can take out my missiles anyway. Now it needs a flip. There we go. No, I'm being too risky this time. Nah, I just flipped where I've got no armor, that's silly. This is quite a difficult fight. I don't know why, when I see ships like this, I expect it to be overpowered as fuck. But realistically, UAF has done a really good job of really balancing it out. And it works quite nicely. I'm quite pleased. I'm quite impressed. I've overloaded, I'm fucked. You bastard. Got him. That's a shame I need to back out there. That was looking pretty good for me. Basically, as soon as he uses accelerated ammo feed, I just need to leave. Now we just get it fucking blasted. Nah, I'm going for it. Ooh, no, I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. Rolaro 2 is one of them. There's absolutely some shit in UAF that's stronger than Vanilla, Lynx, Black Sorcerer, Semi-Brev, Aurora, Savannah, but it's never really that far off. Rolaro 2 is one of them, especially now that it can accept Nuco cores. One of the super caps, but those cost 60 mil plus 120 DP and guzzle fuel and supplies. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's give this thing to AI and see what happens with this. I think the same thing. Okay, it just fucking shits away a torpedo for a laugh. This ain't it. This ain't it. Well, do you know what though? I say this ain't it, but actually, it is, isn't it? It is it. Because if you think about this wolf pack as a whole, this is going to be really useful. Because it's not going to be in that line of fire all the time. I'm going to leave it like that. I think that's fine. I'm going to leave it like this, and we're going to see how it runs as a fleet. Okay, so a Nakiha M. Obviously, we've had a Nakiha 2 SP, a Nakiha M. What's the difference? Missile. That's missile as well. Hey, hello, Oddsoff, what's up? So this has got MIRVs attached. I feel like more MIRVs would be good. This has Amazoks. Okay, and they are shield. So let's just do... Maybe just do a couple of clarinets or something. Couple of Amazoks, couple of clarinets. Can confirm new PC this month. Very nice. Semi-Pro is funny, but 40 ordnance points, non-guided, huge friendly fire risk, and basically unusable without the missile spec or by AI. Yeah, fair enough. You can even recruit Solvernia, the Admiral for Solvernia, this ship. And the DP cost of the ship is halved if you field Solvernia in the Solvernia at the cost of having AI use the ship. Ah, okay, fair enough. That's good to know too. No, you need high rep with both queens to buy the super caps. Ooh. I'm guessing that takes some grinding, yeah? Let's do Aurora. Okay, so Axia. Is this a toner railgun job, this one? Maneuvering jets. And also they cost 60 million credit, yeah. Is this another Seawiz job, or is this another railgun? Is this a railgun job? Another Medlav support, actually. Maybe it is a Medlav support job. Hamlet? What's that? What's a Hamlet? Nothing comes up. Energy railgun. Aurora tech, yeah? Do you mean the kata? That one. Yeah. Medlav Rapid this time around, you reckon? Okay. I'm not saying Hamlet. That's what you're typing. Hamlet is Hamlet. Is it translating? Potentially, yes. Potentially it's translating chat. Catan, yeah, there you go. That's worked. That's worked. So Catan railgun. Decent good shun armor will deal 40 frag if it hits exposed hull. That seems quite nice. Royal November grade. Okay. And you know the next part, Rainers. Yeah, I do. I know Rainers. I know them very well. Rainer 2s. Really, though? Maybe it's just better to do that. Let's do... What am I looking for here? Flux distributor. Flux coil adjunct. Decoratives on side slots. I could do decoratives there, yeah. Could do that. I usually like to make my Nakiha M's close range because of those Amazok launchers. Ah. Well, let's because we've got this now, let's roll with this for a second. Oh. Okay. Let's try a different ship this time. Oh! This does seem like a close-range ship, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you can get so close in... This adds, like, this puts some serious pressure on its targets. Like, just having that. Oh, there goes my engines. I've not even turned my shield on. Like, why do you need shields? Boom. Versus Lasher. Yeah, I could try it versus a Lasher and see how we get on. But it took out a Lavelle pretty nicely. Maybe we do rock close range here. We don't have a proper close range frigate yet, to be fair. Ooh! Lasher just absolutely fucked my asshole then. Okay, we gotta be a little bit more careful. Ah, bitch, come here. Yeah, I'll chase you to the end of the map, dude. I don't care. If you didn't realise, I fat-fingered the vents there. Missile spec is massive for this faction, shocker. Missiles cost blocks to fire. Yeah, I've noticed. That's because they don't have any ammunition cost, right? Right, hold on. So I'm going to actually save that. However, we are going to try something else. So I'm just going to go a little bit different here. I do wonder if something like a close range fit would work here. Maybe a Medlav Rapid. I still think Rainers, because they are just, they seem superior. Medlav Rapid with just a shitload of Amazoks. And we just like quadruple down on Amazoks. And then we still do a couple of decoratives on the side there. That's fine. But then we max this. We do ITU, hardened shields, shield conversion. Oh, bollocks. Still probably ECCM package. And then... Wait, no, probably not armored weapon mods. Probably stabilized, yeah. So, let's give this a shot. Against the same Lasher, but I'm going to just let AI do the work here. I think the Medlav Rapid here will be quite nice with the Amazon combo. The AI doesn't like it because its flux is getting eaten alive. Look. We're going to be here for 17 years. It's not firing missiles because they're armor missiles. They're anti-armor. I think it does need... If AI is going to fly it, it needs anti-shield, doesn't it? There we go. Amazok is anti-shield. It says anti-armor. Or am I fucking mental? I must be mental. 200 versus shields. Yeah, they're... Well, why are they so shit then? Why are they not firing Amazoks? That is a very good point. Let me manual control this. Do you know what though? It'd be nice if you would put the Amazoks together. There you go. And let's have, yeah, alternating. Yeah. Wait, no. Let's not have alternating. Let's have linked. I'm going to fire so many Amazoks. You're not even going to see it coming, brother. Okay, they need a much longer range to deploy. Alright. There you go. Alright, get him. 1 second, Lasher. 1 second. Lasher, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, Mr. Lasher. 1 second. Nope. Nah. That's not it. We're not playing that. That's no. Chorus, vocals. Maybe some vocals would be good. I wonder how this looks. Yeah, that added pressure's nice. Just that added extra swarm is much, much better, isn't it? Like, look, the lash is instantly on the retreat. And it's kind of matching the sort of flux level that the Nakiha's getting to as well. Exoscars and vocals, yeah, that might be the play. It's one of those. I like the vocals. The vocals are looking good. And I think that combined with the rest of our fleet at the moment, it'll be really nice. Okay. So, destroyers. We haven't even got to the destroyers yet. So, Minorias. We already know that Veronicas are good. That's too many. Wait, is it? Gunship? What's the gunship? Oh, these. Advanced gunships. Wait, I just typed gunship and it didn't come up. Which gunship should I use, though? Neo Scars. Oh, you reckon? But that's most of my ordnance points. Minoria heavily relies on fighters. Yeah, so you need good ones, right? And do we want recovery shuttles here? Assault Neoscar, assault gunship. Basically, frigate that respawns. Heavy wing operation. Gunships and elite wing operations. Installable enemy ships with at least one hangar bay. Installing this on any non-Aurora ships will need by 50%. Wings that cost 20 DP and above will acquire these following effects: fighter replacement rate and recovery speed, fighter hull rating, and reduced damage taken from fighters and PD weapons. Okay. Okay. Is that it? Give it Reflacer. Reflacer? He's got an AWP. He's got a fucking 360 no-scope skull. I say, is that it? I know. This might not just be it. This might be everything. Alright. What are we talking? 12. Let's do another destroyer for now. Again, I don't know how those ships fit in there, but don't got missiles, don't need ECM, just keep away. Yeah, I suppose. I see how this on its own is a no-go, isn't it, pretty much? But this with a fleet is going to be insane. Having these gunships is going to be so broken. That took a while to get that fighter back. Okay. I think we need to try this in a fleet. The Strathia class. Right, let's have a look at this. So we've got clarinets on all sides. 2 composite hardpoints there for more clarinets, probably. I think this needs more MIRVs, right? Or even vocals. More MIRVs, yeah. Maybe we go with some anti-shield MIRVs there, I don't know. We'll see. Rafflesia is the corpse flower. Stinking corpse lily, that's it. Thexander, hello, welcome in, dude. How you doing? Broken Stuff is all unique super ships and their AI cores. Okay, cool. So, just to give you a bit of a heads up, Feck, what we're actually doing at the moment, so I don't know the UAF mod at all. This is the first time I've ever looked at it. We're doing a deep dive into it, which is going to last a few days. I've realised now that looking at cores is going to be its own thing. And looking at the civilian ships is also going to be its own thing. So it's going to take a lot longer than usual. So today we are basically just looking at fleet compositions and setups, and making a wolf pack work, making a medium fleet work, making a large fleet work, etc. More MIRVs, just more MIRVs, ECCM and some PD. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going down the road of, so that's fine. ECCM, and then, obviously, our beloved Reina 2s. Let's crack that up. Still not great, but this is just a missile boat, but hardened shields maybe. Yeah. It's a front shield. I'm not going to do ITU, that's silly. Strafe is great support. The rest is pretty mild in comparison. Yeah, I've noticed that. But like I was saying so far, that a lot of the ships that I've been flying so far, the basic frigates and stuff like that, they're all very well balanced to the rest of the game, I've noticed. Which for a mod, you never expect. The mods I've played, you find that a lot of the frigates and stuff are very overpowered compared to the sort of the vanilla counterparts of that ship. But these ones seem all very well balanced, which is actually quite a breath of fresh air, to be honest. I think we just do that. So, right, okay. Nope. So, again, 13 points, and it's a destroyer. There you go. Have some fucking missiles. Yeah, grab stabilized shields as well, Manco. I want to just call you Manco from now on, that's it. Man Coalition. Clarinets are anti-armor, and yet they're doing so much damage versus shields. Oh. These missile volleys are sick, by the way. Lots of missiles from TF2. TF2? From Team Fortress 2? Yeah. Look at it spamming its oboes like I do. Yeah, I like those missile volleys. They're very nice. I think maybe what we need to do is we're going to have maybe a couple of these strafers. Okay, Aurora. So this has a Lion's Roar launcher. Delayed fuse bouncing bomb. I don't know how it's going to bounce in space, but sure. Torpedo launcher capable of firing the experimental Lion's Roar nuclear torpedo. Its unique delayed fuse armored warhead design makes it remarkably sturdy and a fast torpedo, capable of bouncing into the target's formation before exploding within two separate phases: implosion and explosion. Ooh. Discount semi-brev. Alright. This is dangerous. Planets have the 6 mini missiles that does 300 HE damage each. Yeah, that's nice. It does knockback? No shit. Okay. Right, so how are we fitting this thing? Missiles. Oh, there's a medium universal turret there. Resonator, yeah. Mini brev pod. It does a lot of knockback. Okay. Is this a toner railgun job? Or is this just like a straight up missile ship? Because it's got that as a missile, as a projectile that has to fire, we're better off using more missiles, right? Suarez is a mini squall that shoots really fast. Let's try that out. Any sort of suppression style rockets like that is really good for something like this. So essentially we just want, again, even clarinets seem just really good. So let's just stick with Clarinet and Suarez there. Hopefully that gives us cover for the Lion's Roar to hit. We obviously want Rainers there. And then, do we want anything here? Honestly, probably not. Suarez is similar to the Squall, yeah. Also does some HE damage. Long range support deals 10 HE damage on hit. Okay. Right, well. Let's do that. Wait. Doesn't need reload capacity though, does it? No. Doesn't need autoloader. I mean, hardened shields. Let's just, let's fuck with that first. 16 points. Okay, that's like Falcon levels. ECCM, of course, of course, of course. I don't think we need ICU though. Obviously, we're not seeing the Lion's Roar. It's going to be different. I know that. Don't need ECCM since it's not homing. True, it's rockets. But it's got clarinets, so they are homing. Increases the missile top speed and maneuverability. Yeah. Makes missiles faster. So, still worth doing. Okay, right. So, what are we dealing with here? So we've got 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about kind of the thing that I was looking for, realistically. We do repair, spawn, fleet, remnants. I mean, like, they're gonna get absolutely ruined. Okay, hold on. Oh, they run over run. Spawn, fleet, remnant, let's say like 80. There we go. That's a bit tougher at fleet. UAF music is so out of place. Yes and no. Like when you think about like the whole thing of the game, yeah, sure. But it does actually make sense in what you expect from the Aurorans. Like everything's so like relaxed, everything's so chilled out. They're in their own little pocket away from everything. You know, they're chilling. So that music actually does fit with the vibe of what UAF are. They're just kind of chilling in the background. It's hopeful instead of bleak, yeah, which obviously most of Star Sector is not. I don't know what that achieved, but it was fun. No way! No way, bro. Nah, that was silly. Why didn't that go off? Why did that just bounce? Why did that just bounce? It's double charge. First one's implosion, pull ships into it. Second one knocks them away. The problem is that your AF devs claim how their mod is so integrated in Vanilla Plus and you hear this music. I think that's just a taste thing though, right? It bounces. Oh, I see. So you've got to bounce it first off something. Oh, there you go. I have maneuvering jets running. I don't know why I can't move backwards. I just can't move backwards, like, for the life of me. I'm aware this is a tough fight, by the way. I did want you to test it out first, but that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I think 80 DPS is a bit much. Potentially. Potentially. I think this is doable, though. I do think this is doable. So what we actually need to do, I think, the Rama needs to kind of chill. The Lynx needs to chill as well. Okay. Right. That happens. And then we let the Lynx off the leash. And we let these boys off the leash here. It didn't pull any away, sadly, which is a shame. But it is what it is. We can jump in kind of with the Lynx here. Maybe pull a little bit of aggro away from him. We're still fucking doomed though, because my entire fleet has just left me to die here. Okay, Royal Maneuvering Jets does fuck all. Yeah. Okay. One more go. One more go, I believe. I think the Lynx also needs to... Where's the Lynx? There, yeah, cool. Rama's there. Rama can go with the Lynx. Let these boys off the leash now. Don't know why things are ahead of me, but it's kind of annoying. Their Lynx is just disabled immediately. Boing. Gotcha. Okay. So the fleet doesn't have enough punchiness. You know? That's the problem we have at the moment. The fleet doesn't punch hard enough. It's very support heavy. I don't know what that actually does other than just control. Let's just CC. It does no damage. I think it represents the factions very well. The Aurorans are hopeful. Yeah, exactly. I don't mind it. I think it's fine, the soundtrack and stuff. Yeah, again, the reason why they're hopeful instead of bleak the core is mostly because I didn't experience the hell that was 2 AI was true. Especially with the mass burning of worlds with PKs. True. Sunflower little thing does too little damage. Yeah, I agree, Tyder, it does. Oh my god, I started remembering UAF lore. My mind is unraveling. The reverse engineering. They have cores and you don't have officers. Yeah, I know. That's fine. You're fighting remnant cruisers and destroyers and freight. Yep, I know. The Lyra does a lot better in large fleet battles. Yeah, I imagine it would. Yeah, I imagine it would. But I think there just needs to be... I think we have a problem at the moment with... We can't capitalize. That's the problem. I can't capitalize on anything at the moment. And what I mean by that is we have a lot of pressure and throwing out stuff, but we don't have a lot of damage. Now, the one thing that I was saying about with the damage here is I actually think this is kind of a bit meh, right? I think the Lynx throws itself in and just dies too fast. I know I haven't got any S mods on it and it's got no core in right now, but that is just how it is right now. So I actually think what I'm going to do is refine the setup a little bit. I think the standard Naki has can go. I think they're done. And I think what we do is we pull a couple more of these custom elites in. And then what we do is we drop in 2 more Minorias with some fighters or something like that. Wow, we need more missiles. I need more missiles. Right, okay, here we go. Here's what we're going to do then. So, Nakiha number 1. Skull, go away. Nakiha number 2. Skull, go away. Add ship. UAF. AI. Nakiha. Okay. So, I actually like this. 2 Rainer 2s, a Cantata 50, I've not even used that yet. Ivory, and 2 oboes on each, right? Now I think we do the same thing here and fight that fleet again. Even with those just 2 extra little frigates. It's like that with the cores too. Ah, right, okay. So, I think that this will work better because we have something that punches. I think we add in 1 more Minoria. Right, and I think it is just going to be exactly the same. Okay. And I think that'll do better. Okay. From experience of... Yeah, I read that. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so Minoria's now chill next to me. No, Strafia's. Minoria. Strafia chills. Lynx fucks off over there for a little while. I fire one of these over there. We try and focus down a Brilliant. My ship's just doing nothing right now. Wow, that entirely missed. The fighters all went for this guy, unfortunately. I'm fucking doomed. Right, hold the phone. That didn't work how I wanted it to. Let's try that again. Okay, try that again. Bear in mind, yeah, this is a remnant fleet, but they all have shitloads of demods as well. Okay, so Minorias are going to chill next to me. Lynx is going to disappear up here. We need to make sure that we aggro the same thing as the rest of our fleet does. We'll pop one of these over there. That's just decimated our own fighters, probably. That didn't really do much, unfortunately. My missiles just aren't firing. Oh, they are. Okay, cool. Okay. Let me let the links come in. Yeah, that Lion's Roar thing does nothing. It's good for CC, but that's it. It's not good for anything but CC. I understand that's why it's supposed to be used, you know, the CC side of things. I do understand that. We need to stop this Brilliant coming in, to be honest. The Brilliant's going away. Okay, interesting choice. That's it, come on. Come on, fighters, do the right thing. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm flamed out. I'm fucked. I'm doomed. We were so close, the fighters don't they just don't focus fire, ever. They just don't focus fire, which is dog shit. Okay. I think this is pointless. Right, sorry, I've missed a lot of chat here. Apologies. Honestly, I don't know. You could say the whole we're from another reality thing doesn't make sense. Also, Vanilla straight up as demons and the gates sing. Do we really want to question how Vanilla friendly that bit of lore is? Honestly, considering the red demon blobs are literally from another reality, you could say that the gates work by warping said reality, and the collapse basically destabilized it to such a degree that opening rifts into reality has become much easier. Also, to be fair, you're only using destroyers and frigates versus a remnant cruiser and 2 heavy cruisers. Yes. Yes, I am. But the thing is though, right, if I test it against something that's super easy and I just decimate it, it doesn't test anything. However, if I put it against something that will obviously beat it, but I manage to win, that just goes to show it can do well, right? So, I don't think this Leora is worth having. I think it's very good in a big fleet, right? 80 DP of pirates. I can try 80 DP of pirates. Bitch. Gotcha. Okay. Add, no, spawn fleet. Pirates. 80. That's an 80 DP pirate fleet. Yeah? Alright. Okay. Let's try it. Minoria, Minoria. Let's drop the links over here. Where's the Rama? It's over there. Yeah, it's fine. I've seen a small automata squadron with Nucos beat a Paragon with escorts. Yeah, but again, we're not using Nuco cores. I imagine that makes a lot of difference. That link's pretty slow. Surely we can kill a buffalo. Okay. Now do you see why I'm not fighting pirates? You know? That's why. Because it's a piece of piss. It's a piece of piss. That's why I'm fighting ATTP of Remnant. Because the Remnant are tough. And to test things, I didn't really get anything from that. Because I didn't lose any ships. Nothing happened. I just decimated everything. So, yeah. Nuco cores are really strong, yeah. Hello, Greywind. You meet any bombshells? Well, we're just testing fleets today. Although, testing fleets, I spent 2.5 hours testing frigates. So, yeah. It is what it is. So, alright. I think that... What's this doing for us? It's a lot of missiles, but not a lot of fighters. I think fighters are the key here, you know? So, one thing that I'm seeing here, right, is... This seems to be that the UAF wolf pack doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a wolf pack of UAF. Am I correct? Because they all seem to be very good at support. And I feel like these ships would be fantastic supporting heavy capitals. Right? Now imagine how fighters support their carrier, right? These would support the capital with their fighters that support the carrier, if that makes sense. That's kind of how it feels. Am I getting that? Am I getting that? Yeah? Anything smaller than a cruiser and UAF is meh. Yeah, I am kind of getting that thing. Yes, I am kind of feeling that. Okay. They work really well supporting capitals as Wolfpack squadrons. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I was feeling a bit disappointed with it because I was like, yeah, the frigates are kind of shit. And I'm not really like... They're not particularly... This feels really bad to say, but I'm just going to say it. They don't feel particularly fun to play. Especially when I'm using this and firing what is essentially a massive fucking black hole. And it does a grand total of fuck all damage. Do you know what I mean? It is cool as a CC thing, though. I really like that. I do like... There's not much in Star Sector, I think, that is a good CC for fleets to move stuff around. So I do like that. And I do think it would be a little bit overpowered if it did shitloads of damage and CC'd. So I kind of see the point. But when you first look at the Leora and you see this and it says 4,000 damage, it's like a fucking nuclear warhead, and you just assume it's going to do tons of damage. But it doesn't. Realistically, it doesn't. But when you actually have a little bit of a moment to realise what it's for, it's quite good. Saying this while completely disregarding Naka M-class spam. Minoria bomber spam. Yeah. So I understand that if you just have loads of these, in fact, you know what? In fact, let's do it. Let's do it. Why? We're not doing anything else right now. Transfer ships. Get rid of that. Get rid of the strafe here. Get rid of that. 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 So, Nakiha M. Add ship. UAF, AI, Nakiha 4. Is that the M's? No. How do I get the Nakiha M's? Add ship. In fact, let's just do Nakiha. UAF M Nakiha 4. UAF M Nakiha 4. Okay. 4 of those. Okay. Medlav Rapids, Vocal SRM pods. Right, let's see what the autofit says. So we've got the Raider, which is what? Exoscar ASMs, Cantatas, the Hikone Auxiliary, which we've not even touched yet. The Rainer 1 PD on the front. Let's try multi-roll. What's that? Vocals, Chorus, Medlav Rapid, Rainer 1. Okay, so I'm going to have one of each of these. Okay. One of each of these, and then we're going to do 2 Minorias. Add ship, UAF, Minoria 2. Right, we're just going to add the crew that we need. Cool. We're over on all this crap. Over on fuel. Okay. And now with these, we've got 2 lots of like heavies. We're going to do smaller fighters here. So I'm probably going to do super heavy wing operation again. So we're going to go for gunships, but I want something a little bit different. Because we've got, what have we got here? Menescar assault gunship, Menescar assault gunship. Okay. Lots of air defense stuff there. Superiority. Maybe superiority fighters would be better here. What are the lower down ones? This Aurora. We need to make sure we do that. Exoscar torpedo bomber. Yeah, that's a potential. Monesca nuclear bombers. We already know Veronicas are good. The Nagas. Maybe Nagas. Rafflesia. Hyper Arias. Neoconians. Neconians, sorry. Okay, right, let's try out the Exoscar bombers then, because Manco's saying that they're decent, so 2 of them, 2 of them. Do they count as light wings? Yeah. Light wing operation. Hyacinths can work if you're fighting against a station. Tau Fan's got Giga nerfed. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know what those are, so that's fine. Let's grab, for these guys then, let's actually tank them up a little bit. Let's see. In fact, even that's fine. Don't need much in that. In fact, do we need any? So let's just do just on that. There we go. Okay. So the main thing we need now is a potentially stronger frontline ship. I think I used all the UAF stuff from here, actually. Yeah, I need to go back over here. So, let's have a look at destroyers. Yeah, custom destroyer leader might not be a bad choice there. I'm going to try out this Marafia. I'm going to fly this. Having an extra fighter wing is just nice. And then we do... on this, we want to probably keep it a little bit lower. In fact, do we? Okay, so we've got 2 medium ballistic. So, here, I basically just want MIRVs everywhere. MIRVs everywhere. Maybe a couple of MedLab supports. Obviously, a couple of Rainers. Max this. Hold on. Hardened shields. Stabilized shields. I'm gonna build these in, fuck it. Because I'm here to prove a point. I'm gonna fly that. Okay. Let's try again. Amazon kind of suck. Well, we'll see. Unstable injector. Again, potentially. Him saying, let's use cat meow fight as such a poker face tone made me laugh. Spawn fleet, remnant, 80. Bam. Oh, wrong button. Alright, come and get it. Bitch, let's go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys do that. We're going to advance here. Okay. Well, wrong button. Now we're going to have these guys fight a strike. Go. Here we go. Now this is what I was expecting. So now these guys move up to like here. Stay together. This is the kind of pressure I was expecting from UAF. So a wolf pack is possible. Because look at the... This is an 80 DP fleet just like it was before, by the way. We've absolutely minced them. Only 2 cruisers. I'll try and spawn another one with 3. I'll try and spawn another one with 3. It's fine. But like, I haven't lost a single ship. Not one ship has died. So clearly these Nakihars are doing way better with guns that nobody's recommended. Because they're actually, like, doing serious damage. Cool. Alright, I'm happy with that. Alright. Easy money. Right, repair that. Okay. So, let's just do spawn fleet, remnant 80 again. Right. That's only one cruiser. Go. Spawn fleet. I can just do that, can't I? Only one cruiser. Or two cruisers, sorry. Spawn fleet. That's got a fucking radiant in it. Alright. Alright. Fuck it, we ball. Exactly. We fucking ball. There she is. How do we approach this? I'm fucked. I'm doomed. Okay. They literally, like, I got into position, and by the time I was into position, I was out of position. So, eventually it will die. Hit with 2 ion pulsar rounds, instantly flamed out, yeah. Right, hold the phone. Oh, no. Oh, thank God. Okay. I worried myself a little bit there. No, it's not a cruiser, is it? It's not even 80 DP. That was 8. Bitch. Hey, listen. I'm trying, boys. Why is it now not spawning 3 cruisers? Why now? It's only spawning destroyers and stuff now. Apex, brilliant, Sergeant. We know we can kill that. We know we can kill that. Still? There we go. Right, okay. Let's do this shit. 140% battle difficulty. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, I just pressed S. What did that do? No, we don't want that. Not yet. We want Brilliance to get out of position. There we go. We'll take it easy, we'll take it easy. Oh, no, 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 no. We need to defend the carrier line. Come on, boys. Get those fighters in here. Why are the AI remnants so good at backing up their mates? Do you mind where you're going, Naki Halfways? Why have all my Minorias moved away from their support? I don't understand. Yeah. Nice. Okay, right. Fulgent down. Let's deal with this guy now. This guy has to be out of position enough to kill him here. He has to be. Nice. Come on, missile. Yes! Okay, right. Apex can now go down. Because their ships are also maneuverable. Yeah. They really are. I feel so slow in comparison. My replacement rate is down to piss all. Oh, great. Yep. No, you should all be on me. We're still going to lose, sadly. But we certainly put up a hell of a fight. Well, rest in peace. UAF basically goes well with thought out fleet doctrines. Yeah. Minoria's got flanked. Yeah. It's true. Which Exoscar variant were you using? Exoscar 2 torpedo bomber. The Exoscar class I/X. Don't know if that was supposed to be a 9. Are they the wrong Exoscars? Was I supposed to be using these? Exoscar M's? Oh yeah, they do way more damage, holy shit. No. One more go at this fleet. And then we're moving on to cruisers. Then in this case you're supposed to... Yeah. We need to basically wait for... We need to wait for the Brilliants to get close. Okay. Change our fighter strike target to this guy. As soon as I do it, they move. As soon as I, like, change target, they move away. The second I click them and fighters start going towards them, they leave. Okay, there we go. That's a fighter strike if I've ever fucking seen one, son. I'm dead. I didn't even notice my flux getting that high. Why is my ship flipping around like that? I'll have no idea. Got it. Well, the rest of this is fucking history, so I don't understand. I don't need to play that up. That's obvious. Okay. What do you think of the Manescar N? I don't know. Manescar N. I don't know, I'm not using it. This fleet needs a ship for punching down. Well, the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, right? Like I said before, I am playing against a really hard remnant. That was 100 DP remnant fleet, just for the record. So I know that it's not going to be good in that sense. I wanted to see how far we can punch through that, though. If I do spawn fleet, pirates, again, 100. This is the kind of typical 100 pirate fleet, right? So if we check this out, 343% battle difficulty. Let's see what happens when we do a similar thing. And realistically, in early game, you're not going to be taking on Remnant anyway. You're going to be taking on the likes of pirates and stuff like that, aren't you? So let's see how it does against 100 fleet. For unofficered ships, they're doing right. Yeah, exactly. Genuinely, they're doing pretty good. It's just, I get frustrated when I lose. It's simple as that. I'm quite competitive when it comes to things like that. I want to win in games. It's the way it is. But I do realistically know deep down that there's a reason why I'm losing. And it's because I'm playing against a 100 DP remnant fleet with officers. Whereas realistically here, we'll probably just trash this lot. Let's bring our carriers up here. Like, look at this. It's just domination. So realistically, what we've got is a solid fleet. It's a solid fleet, and it does the job. If you're in a wolf pack fleet, the kind of thing you're going to be fighting is this kind of thing, right? You're not going to be fighting hordes of fucking advanced AI remnant, are you? Like, somehow that Atlas is nearly dead. Let's just do... Let's see what a proper fighter strike on this Atlas looks like. And it's just instantly dead, isn't it? Like, it's just instantly dead. And the Nakihas are obviously doing a pretty good job keeping these guys off our flank. I hit the mule with the Amazoks then. Amazons are quite hard to use, I've noticed. I'm okay with that. But it seems like to me that Amazons, when they fire this full distance, and then they hit stage 2 here. An XRA automata supercarrier with nothing but nuke bombers, all brevs on all slots. Try that, or the 8 fucking mini brevs. Holy shit, dude. Have you tried the mini brev bomber? No, I can give that a go. I can give that a go. Right, let's go back and support our carriers here. So don't get me wrong, like, I like this little composition. It's pretty nice. I feel like it needs more missiles, though. And the Amazons, when they hit in second stage, they slap. Amazons for Clarinex. Yeah, I probably will actually try that out. Oh, dude, just fucking avoid him. Just come here. Come and do this. He's dead. Oh, there's a gremlin behind me. I'm toast. That's probably the only thing I'm going to lose, though. Okay, so they struggle with phase. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's quite a good view, I think, of what to expect. Oh, that's a pretty good view of what to expect from frigates. Let's do storage. Yeah, so I think we changed this to the other MIRVs, clarinets. I think that's just going to be better. Same with this. Clarinets are just top tier, I think. Let's just do restore those. Okay. Righto. What time are we on? 10:15 already. Fucking hell. I've not even started, boys. Right. Drop the ace fighters for something cheaper, more than likely. If you need to break PD, the Amazon is the way to go. Yeah, but I don't know if breaking PD is what, like, we have so many missiles and fighters that we're breaking PD anyway, right? And I think, yeah, maybe these are a little bit much. Maybe something less would be better. The problem is, at the moment, all the weapons that are attached to the fighters mean nothing to me whatsoever. And there's so many different ones, and they're just ECN class 1, class 2, class 3, and you can't just hone in on, like, that's obviously this thing, right? I know it's the same with Sabos, you know. How would you know? Sabo, how would you know that does anti-shield? You don't, until you actually play it. So I'd need to play this way more, obviously. I feel like having one fighter like this is great, but I feel like you need something more maneuverable, because this flies in, does a load of damage on the way past, and then drifts past, and then comes back. And I think it needs something that's a little bit more maneuverable and faster to do damage. It's great for the bigger ships and dealing with the bigger ships, but I think it needs to be on the target faster. Forlorn heavy fighter. It's probably not the thing, but 250 top speed. Scout bombers 300. Rocket attacker. Nekonian multi-role. Even something like I feel like maybe if we had a forlorn heavy fighter on each, right? At least then we can still do something else with those points. Maybe we have expanded deck crew on this stuff instead. Oh, never mind. That makes sense. Okay, well I guess we just do that. Okay. Heavy wing OP nerfs them. So heavy wing is OP. Heavy wing op is nerfing your forlorns. Ah, yes, of course, because of the 20 DP thing. True. So we don't want less than 20 DP. Which leaves us with the Nova Sky or the Veronicas, and we already know the Veronicas are sick. So let's just do that. Let's just do those. Okay. So, right, I don't have any time left realistically. I kind of need to get cruisers done tonight. Right, I tell you what. Let's just keep going, let's keep going. Right, let's keep going. We won't be too much longer. Storage. Okay. So, cruiser-wise. We need to basically complement what we already have with this fleet here, because I feel like this is a good little support wing. But I think cruiser-wise, we need something that is fighter and missile heavy. Purple IRS and Aurora too. Okay. You already have negative time left already. I know. Have you seen the nuclear Mineska? I got hit by acid, did not hit. Yes, I've seen it. I haven't used it. Heavy wing and light wing are both very strong for different things. Yeah. Aurora 2. Where's the Aurora 2 then? Lalaru. Okay. So that was the, yeah, Aurora. What was the other one? Now I remember the Inazuma being pretty sweet. That's a different Aurora. Lilario IRS variant is just a Lilario with 14th battle group. The Lilario. Oh, Lilario. But I need the IRS version. Whatever that is. That's a destroyer. Have I missed it? CY. It's because I'm reading off YouTube, and YouTube is automatically translating what Manco is saying from his native language to English, so it comes out a little bit weird. Sentry CYMP variant. You're typing in English. Oh, I don't know what YouTube's doing then. It's just fucking up. It's just YouTube's just being shit then. Classic. The SP should be an automated ship which you can put an AI core on. Okay. UAF has a lot of filler ship and weapons. There's a lot to cover. Yeah, there is. I'm starting to understand that they kind of do... Some of them kind of do similar roles, right? Do I want a Sentry CYMP then? Okay. I kind of want a couple of Exorias. So I want a couple of Exorias. So add ship, UAF, AI, Exoria, bam. There we go. Add crew, 500. Okay. So with these, 145. Automata spec, sure. Big gun, big fun. It's fun. It's a big railgun. Sick. We like those. Okay. Hear me out. I'm just going to stick clarinets on every missile slot I can. Alright? And I'll hear nothing of it. Clarinets on every single missile slot in existence for the rest of eternity. Every single one. Okay? ECCM on all of it. Alright? And then, a lot of cases when there are just better versions of generic ships available in UAF Special Shop, and a lot of weapons have S, M, and L versions, a lot of bloat. So, the thing is, right, I'm never against different categories and classes of weapon systems, right? I'm never against that. Even if it adds bloat, like you say, to the mod. I don't mind it as long as they have defined roles and some sort of something that makes them similar but kind of different to each particular one. Like in EVE Online where there's like neutron blaster, ion blaster, electron blaster. You know, they've got defined roles. Electrons, less damage, higher rate of fire, less capacity use. Ion, slightly less damage than a neutron, slightly more capacity use than an electron, slightly better range. Neutron is higher range, higher damage, much higher capacity use. So they have their own variants of each one. And electron uses 200 rounds, ion uses 120, neutron uses 80. So it has different like loading and things like that, like how many rounds it can fit in. I don't mind that kind of thing. But if they're all very similar, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of meh. So what I think we need from these, we obviously have a lot of like doodads in our fleet here to do a lot of support roles. I think these need to be heavy. As in, like, they need to be bombers, probably. Doesn't work. Brilliant. I think maybe we need to start looking at the Meneskar M's or Meneskar Nuclear. Let's put a nuclear on each. I usually run Nekonian mixes. Nekonian mix. Yeah, I'd be happy with in there. And then Exo Scars. Yeah, I'd be happy with Exo Scars as well, to be honest. Exo Scar M's. Okay, that works. See, I'd be happy with that. Now, shield's pretty good. Niconian mix is basically what you want on an infinite fighter replacement for infinite clarinet spam. Okay, so what we want here then is we don't want any of these, do we? The Aurora and Tech, like light wing operation or reserve wing operation. We basically just want expanded deck crew here. Am I right? Glabalilaru or Seniraja for frontline. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Okay, big gun, lots of clarinets. Again, massive range. Let's do even more massive range. In fact, ballistic. Do we have ballistic? Must do. Mustn't fit. Ah, has no ballistic weapon slots. Duh. Okay, so we need integrated targeting, obviously, for 2,100 range. MLRS catapults, sure. And shield arc is terrible. We'll do extended shields on this then. Hardened shields. Don't think it needs to be much more than that. And then we want a Seaways on the hybrids. Really? Alright, fair enough. Seaways there then. Okay. Oh, sorry, not here, not here. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I actually just had the wrong thing selected. Clarinets, yeah. That's fine. That's where I was supposed to put them. Damn it. I'd rather have more shield than more shield, if that makes sense. Okay, so you reckon a Lilaru or Seniraja for frontline? Wait, where's my... No, I need the station for the ships. That's cool. Okay. What have we got here? Large ballistic. Big railgun. That's medium. Big rail. Ooh. The Lara SP is the best mobility and shield. But then can I fly it? Or should I, yeah, should I do that? I'll do that. Hold on. Storage. No, it's not storage. I need the station for that. The Lara SP. Okay, so. Funny missile, yeah, exactly. Right, let's drop out of there. Storage. Also, hello, Addison. How's it going? Obviously, Aurora. Downstream. The Kanshi. Katon Railgun Duel. Okay. Edge type 3, you reckon? Edge runner. Is that what you call them? Do you just use edges on everything? Is this what we're doing? Just shitloads of edges here? And then missiles. Clarinets? Yeah. Silly question. Silly question. For edges, you need to pilot. I can't. It's an automated ship. I could do excess gas. Alright, we'll do access gas. Yes. All of the yes. And then obviously just to bring it up to scratch. Okay. Oh, hold it. I see. Did it say that? It probably did. Hold the specific key, yeah. Okay. Ah, okay. But it also shows you, so that's fine. It's bugged, you just shoot faster. Ah, okay. It doesn't seem to be doing particularly anything really good right now. Okay, so this is obviously a ITU ship, for sure. No. Probably Omni. Again, that's not great. Okay. Alrighty. Let's have a look at this fleet in action then. Yeah, I'm going to fly this still. Okay, so... this is going to be the last fleet of the night, by the way. Because it is already 10:30. So, spawn fleet, remnant, what do you reckon, 120? Alrighty, here we go. 120. Deploy the fleet. So, Minoria's still gonna just hang around here. Oh, that's an Exoria. I mean, that's an elite carrier, so that's still going to be doing the same thing. Okay. Let's do it. Will there be another UAF deep dive? Absolutely. It'll probably be going on into next week, Addison. We'll be continuing until we've done it, basically. So far, I am very impressed. I am very, very impressed. It's very cool. So Exoria move up to there. Minoria to there, Minoria to there. Minoria to there, Minoria to there. Get rid of that lot. All of our nappy hows are going to die because they're just yeeting themselves at the fucking remnant. Why is... Okay, Lilari, you're out of your depth there, bro. Like... So, the missile spam is good here. The sentry needs to come back too. The missile spam is good. The fighter spam is good. Okay. So I need you. Wait, you're Aurora, yeah. I need you to fighter strike this guy. Absolutely demolished. Okay, here we go. Right. Next, fighter strike. Fuck. Well, the fighters will still do a great job. Just less of a job. Okay. The Nova's down. This is an absolute decimation, by the way. Oh. Just the addition of those Exorias, by the way, I think would have been enough for this. Yeah. So, isn't it amazing the difference just adding in a couple of cruisers? I look at how easily we just tore through those. I didn't even blink. Well, I did a few times, but, you know, because I'm tired. But if I could have not blinked, I wouldn't have blinked. Just saying. But yeah, this is clearly their strength, right? So I think when we actually go to the video, I think it'll be worth mentioning that maybe wolf packs aren't really their thing, but this is how I would start, right? So let's make a quick note of that. Ships, fleet section, wolf pack, not really UAF's thing. Smaller ships seem to be designed around support and escort of larger vessels and screening to give carriers, missile spammers space. As soon as you add in cruisers, such as the Lilaru, Exoria, etc., UAF seems to come online. Okay. So, this is what we're going to do then, guys. Let me get back to New Aurora over here. So we've got some music going on in the background. There we go. There we go. Got some music. Cool. So I'll let the UAF play us out. They basically need an anchor. Yeah, exactly that. They do seem to need an anchor point, right? And that's absolutely fine. I've got no problems with that whatsoever. Now, I think that at the moment, the wolf packs for early game UAF, they seem kind of weak. However, bear in mind, early game, you're not fighting the remnants. And you're not fighting opposite up Brilliance and Apexes, are you? Let's be honest. So actually, for what they are, for fighting pirates, maybe a bit of the Luddic Path, maybe one of the factions here and there with their smaller fleets. Exactly that, what you just said, Crumbs. The destroyers are enough. And I think if you're using multiple with like a few toner railguns, for example, and some Nikahas or whatever they're called, I think you'll be fine. I just think that a lot of factions have really strong Wolfpack style frigates, right? And I think that the UAF doesn't have quite as strong as a frigate core for just full on assault, right? That's not really a thing with the UAF smalls, from what I can see. I do think, though, that as a screen, as pressure, as disable, as support, you need them. I think you need them. They are there to create space, and that seems to be what they do. They create that space between your carriers and the enemy. And then your carriers can sit back and project force forward. And that's really good. Like, that's, you know, it is very good in the sense that, yeah, they keep the pressure on. Exactly that. Exactly that. Cruisers and caps are where they get really good. I'm looking forward to the capitals. I'm looking for the super carriers look awesome. I mean, they all look awesome, to be honest with you. They all look brilliant, but the super caps look awesome. But yeah, I like the missile spamming. It's good. I will say the missiles I was using begin with A. One sec. What was the missiles I was using that began with A? Where are they? Amazoks. Amazoks. I'm not sure. They seem like they don't work properly because their range is the range of the first missile, and then you don't know the range of the second. So you've basically got to fire out of range of your missile to be able to hit properly. So once you know that, it's fine, but it doesn't make sense initially because you think, oh, I've got to fire at this range. But maybe it needs I don't know if that's a possible thing that the mod could add, is a range meter for how far the first one goes, and then a secondary like dotted range meter for how far the other projectiles go. Because that would be nice to know. But I know that Star Sector isn't always the most accommodating with that kind of thing. So, yeah. Triers are obscene for PD, and Mervs are great. Triers are obscene. Triers are very, very good. And the fact they just randomly fire chorus missiles every now and then as well is mental. But I do kind of like that. It's quite a nice little addition. It seems like Trier and the other one randomly firing chorus missiles. I'm not sure how needed the chorus missiles are, but it is cool. So the vanilla equivalent shows the range of the max projectile. Right. The chorus is there to finish off retreating fires, not to do AoE. Okay. But yeah, I think we've done a lot today. I mean, I feel like I've done nothing, but we figured out pretty much that I'm going to have to do a Nuco cause and skill overview separately, right? At the moment, it's looking like this will spill into next week because I'm streaming Thursday and that's it for the rest of the week. So, Thursday, we're going to look into the cruisers, we're going to look into the capitals, and I'm going to try and have a look at some of the Nuco cores as well. That's the aim. Whether we manage that or not, I don't know. So that's the plan for Thursday. And then on the Monday, I'm going to try and progress a little bit further, go through a little bit more of the lore, try and talk to some of like the queens of the UAF and stuff like that, and learn a little bit more about those. And yeah, just go from there, really. That's pretty much where I'm at. Pengalis is just a no-fly zone. Okay. The last ballistic cannon 3 barrels. Strange for them to go the opposite way in the interface side. Needing the escort thing also goes with their super caps to solve it. Can actually get overwhelmed if you're too careless. Yes. And the thing is I think in the UAF sort of descriptions, it seems to note that down. I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere that their strength is in like the fleet, right? And that's cool. I'm more than happy with that. And I think that's a good idea. Salvia is actually kind of squishy. Oh, there we go. I really like the balance. I really do like the balance. I think it's actually pretty good. I think the balance is pretty good. I think, you know, being a work in progress mod, there's obviously things that can change and things that can be done. But I think the balance is looking pretty good. And out of all the mods that I've played so far, this one is the most balanced to the normal game, to be honest. Even the Knights of Lud ships are more OP than this, you know? I can get in a snowdrop and take on like an entire fleet. Snowdrop with a couple of plasma flamers and some missiles. Job done. That thing is broken. You know? Because they're designed to fight the Elysians, right? But yeah, the UAF is pretty well balanced. So that's also why UAF fleet comp is actually important for the UAF. You can't just take one ship and drive it into the enemy. Yeah, exactly. Even the links. The links that everyone was like, oh, it's broken, it's broken, it's broken. Wasn't that broken. It was nasty, but it wasn't that broken. It's very suicidal, but it wasn't that broken. They do need to get in range to shoot you. And that's the thing. That's the thing, though, Manco. They do need to get in range to shoot you. And they don't. Because you force them away. You have a screen of frigates in front of you and a screen of destroyers hitting them with railguns and things like that. You have a wall of fighters and a wall of missiles. They just shouldn't be able to get near you. Yeah. The Lynx do want that nuker to really shine. This is where we're going to see the difference, though, right? Because we played this and we've kind of suffered through this. When we put the nuco cores on, we're going to see how different that is and what makes a difference. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, because then when I go into the skill overview side of things on the the nuco cores and the skill overview on the video, I can say, when I played this, it was like this. When I played this with the nuco cores, it was so different, you know? Well, you go through the description of ships and weapons for the breakdown on the lore. So, because there's so many, what I want to do is I want to set up different doctrines. So we're going to do a Wolfpack, sort of small early game fleet, mid game fleet, and a large scale fleet. And what I'm going to do is show footage of us fighting stuff that we've done today, and I'm going to pick out ships randomly from those that I think are standout ships. It's going to be a deep dive in the sense of you're going to see everything, but I don't want to just tell everyone everything about the mod because I want people to play it themselves. The idea being that you'll get a bit of a deep dive, you'll understand a little bit of how it works, the weapons, why I've done this, why I've done that, what this fleet composition is, but it'll also make you want to go, right, well, I know so much about this mod, but I want to go and see it for myself and learn how much more there actually is. So it's a deep dive, and it's kind of a mid-deep dive. It's kind of like, it's kind of a midway dive. I suppose. But yes, I'll go through some descriptions of ships and weapons and stuff like that. Have a look at my previous videos, Addison, if you haven't already. You'll see the kind of thing that I do. I did one with the Starlight Cabal recently that I will do a similar thing of with this. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I've really got to go. Apologies. It is now 10 to 11 nearly. And I'm probably going to be shot dead in game when I go to bed. So I wish you all a good night. I would raid out. I just don't have time. I've got to go. Guys, thank you very much for watching today. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. And yeah, I'll catch you all on Thursday for the continuation of UAF. Peace.